great. And I love the outfit. I actually would really like to wear a fedora too. I have one, but whenever I put it on, I just look like the bad guy from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I hope for your sake he is not yet acquired it.
And so I can't wear a fedora. I don't think I have the right head shape.
This is the Musical Wonders broadcast, featuring special guest host, Mickey Smith Jr.
Welcome to the Musical Wonders broadcast, the show made for music teachers by music teachers.
And I've got a special guest with us today. It is my friend Mickey Smith Jr.
So good to be in the space and so good to be in the place with you today. Thanks, Steve.
Can you tell everybody where and what you teach?
I am an educator by day. I'm an encourager by calling. I reside now in West Palm Beach, Florida, where I teach at the King's Academy. And watch this, I teach 4th through 12th grade, 8 to 18. Never a dull moment, never a dull day. Introducing beginning band, working with concert band, symphonic band, all the bands, marching band, jazz band, and all things band, so to speak.
I thought it might be fun for you and I to watch some clips from the movie Soul. Have you ever heard of that movie, Mr. Mickey Smith Jr.?
Have I heard of it? It's a really special movie because from my students, I couldn't convince them that it wasn't about us. They just thought it was the coolest movie in the world because there were so many similarities.
By the way, everybody, here is a great side-by-side of Joe Gardner from Soul and Mickey Smith Jr. And Mickey, I think you might can put together a lawsuit about this.
I'm just saying that I don't know. There are some similarities. Even my man's mom looks like my mom. I'm just saying it was really interesting. But all that to say that it was definitely a movie that really touched my soul.
And now, band directors watching Disney's Soul.
1, 2, 3, 4, stay on the beat.
Things ain't what they used to be.
I see you, Caleb. Rachel, where are you?
Forgot my socks, Mr. G.
Okay, she forgot her sack. And now, all you, cut it, go for it.
I like how they packed in like all the problems that you can have inside of a class into like a 2-minute clip. You know, we see the paper airplane. We see the kid lose his trombone slide, which has never happened on accident.
I've seen it all, especially it's teaching beginning band elementary. Like I didn't even know what teaching was until I got into that realm. The only thing that I didn't see in there that has happened was we once had a bird that flew into the band hall and got stuck by accident. That's the only thing that I didn't see there. You hadn't lived till you tried to teach beginning band with a bird flying around. I'm just saying.
The same thing with, if the lights go off. If the lights go off for any reason, you've lost at least 15 minutes of instruction time afterwards.
And possibly a student when the lights come back on. I'm just saying.
You do have to count again, yeah.
And I wanted to learn how to talk like that. That's when I knew I was born to play. Connie knows what I mean. Right, Connie?
I'm 12.
You know, every evaluation always has, they call it plus deltas, right? Areas of greatness, areas of growth. And obviously, I would say Joe's area of growth is the fact that he needs to really dial in what he's doing. He needs to be presently present in this thing called teaching and make sure that he's meeting the kids where they're supposed to be.
And room awareness. Joe, they're throwing paper airplanes. There's phones out. Like we gotta be able to tell what's going on in here.
He seems a little distracted at times, and part of that is being a creative, but also part of it is the fact that at this point in the story, it feels like he wants to be anywhere but the classroom.
Yeah, and kids can sense that. Like, they're not going to try for someone who doesn't want to be there.
And I think if there was a strength, I think that, Mr. Gardner's strength is he inspires the students to consider their spark. Even in that moment, even if they can't play hot cross buns, he just like really pulls them in to what music can be. And then just to have her say, yeah, I'm 12 at the end. It's those moments in teaching where you're like, I think they got it. And they're like, psych, but you come back again because it's It's a beautiful thing. I look at him and he so much reminds me of the teacher that I had in high school. Amazing musician, Mr. Ecker, man. He's like phenomenal bassist, incredible jazz player, classically trained as well too. And he showed us what music could be in such a powerful way just from playing. And that for me was a spark. And sometimes kids just need to see what it can be. And I think that that's probably Joe's strongest attribute is even though he's not quite sure what he's doing, he knows how to lean into what he knows how to be. And that's the thing that helps kids see who they can be.
I think what he excels at is heart and passion. And now he just needs some classroom management and maybe some literature options that fit his ensemble better.
Indeed.
I think there's probably an overall misconception that middle school bands sound bad. And that's the only thing that maybe is a little unfair about this.
I always felt like if they do another one, they gotta bring them back. They gotta bring Joe back. We gotta hear the band. We gotta let people know middle school is not what you think, that it can be an amazing experience. I am a living witness. I'm a testament to the fact that middle school does not require earplugs. I promise you, it can be a wonderful thing.
Let me talk to Dorothea. No, man. She don't play that.
Rappers act like, who let this lunatic in here?
Listen, you got to give me another chance.
This is my band. I decide who plays.
And if you don't go with me, you'll be making the biggest mistake of your career.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
My only purpose on this planet is to play. It's what I was meant to do, and nothing's gonna stop me.
Well, aren't you an arrogant one? I guess you really are a jazz player. Tell Robert he's out.
I feel real bad for Robert.
Nice suit.
There are two things in this clip that I think would have gotten Joe double fired. So he was already fired. It was pretty gutsy showing up. I'm pretty sure if you do that in real life, you will continue to be fired.
Or jailed, because you just can't rush into dressing rooms. I'm just saying that's when they call security.
Yeah, Joe is not reading the room. That is definitely the case. He also showed up in a blue suit, which if they don't tell you what color to wear, you wear a black suit.
You wear the black unless it's sanctioned.
I want to comment on the realism of the animation. So many times as a musician, you watch a movie and it's either actors pretending to play or in animation, they don't even try to get it right. And they took every moment of this and they must have filmed the musicians and animated it perfectly to their movements, because it's wonderful. As a saxophone player, as a piano player, I'm watching these things going, oh yeah, that you did it.
I'm so proud of you, Joey. Gotta get to bed. We old.
You play 100 shows and one of them is killer. You don't get many like tonight.
Yeah. So, what happens next?
We come back tomorrow night and do it all again.
That thing that was on that stage, honestly, he had that back at the very first scene when he was with the students. And I wonder on some level if he realized, oh, this is what it always was. I thought it was going to be something different. And then you wonder, wow, what have I overlooked and undervalued in the process of trying to get to a place that I was already there the whole time?
A lot of band directors wanted this movie to be more about band directing than it is. So what they wanted was for Joe to go play that gig and realize that that didn't matter and that teaching was the most important thing, and to go back and it's really left much more ambiguous than that. And in fact, I think probably the message of this is that you can't find your purpose in any of these things. It's your purpose to exist. And I think that probably, that didn't do what people wanted from it. They didn't get the Mr. Holland's Opus ending where all of the students show up and play Joe's favorite composition, and so I think for some people they might have found that ungratifying, but I think it's a beautiful way to end.
Find value and add value. That's the purpose.
Hey you! Yes you on the jet ski! Did you know that Musical Wonders is more than just a show? At musicalwonders.org, you can find out about our free creative music making lesson plans, resources, and teacher workshops. Check it out and remember, when students are given the freedom to create, everybody benefits.
Hey, Mickey, thank you so much for being a guest today and guest hosting. You were amazing.
Man, and look, and thank you for the opportunity, but like, I need you to hear this, man. Thank you for you and your amazing team and all the time that you guys put in to make things like this available for educators everywhere, to give them a little bit of humor, to give them a little bit of hope, and most importantly, to give them perspective, man. It's not lost on us. The Musical Wonders broadcast is a product of the Willis Wonderland Foundation, whose mission is to empower the next generation of artists. You can find out more at musicalwonders.org.